About to get started here and towing the slab, Hunter Dobbins. What should we keep an eye on here?
It's a tough veteran lineup on the other side, but I'm excited to see what this rookie can do in this one.
Bo Bichette gets a chance to hit.
For Toronto, shortstop Bo Bichette.
And that's outside. And we're underway from Fenway. Check swing, and he went. 1 ball, 1 strike.
1-1.
The wind of the pitch. On the ground to the left. Story. Tosses to first. And Bichette is retired. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. And it's clear the most important job they have today is getting to the starting pitcher early and often.
No doubt about that. That's the best way to disrupt a game. But can they do it? Certainly something for us to pay attention to in this one, partner.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
The 0-2. That one just misses.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That one is absolutely belted. And it bangs off the monster.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of this struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Runner on at first with 1 gone. Anthony Santander at the plate. Way high there. And that is ball 1. Next offering is fouled back. That's a little bit low.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Late swing, foul to the left. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. Abreu hauls it in, and there's 2 away.
Batting fourth, second baseman Andres Jimenez.
Here's Andres Jimenez. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. Two outs. Fought off foul.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there are certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
on the outside corner. Got him looking. Blue Jays held in check. Now the Red Sox will get their shot. No score. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back in Boston, today's starting pitcher, Bowden Francis.
They're looking for him to get through the lineup a couple of times, limit as much damage as possible, and keep this game close. He's not exactly expected to eat up innings, Boog, but he's capable of doing that if he plays his cards right in this one.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And stepping in for Boston, Jarren Duran. Just
Ball
missed.
outside.
And another ball.
2-0.
And a foul ball. Makes the count 2-1.
No, that's up.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
Man aboard, and here is Devers. That's off the mark,
outside.
and that's ball one.
Yeah, and here's a fun stat on Devers. He's at his best when he's hitting homers and doubles, and by the time he was 26 years old, Devers already had over 150 home runs and more than 200 doubles. He's just the 15th player in baseball history with those kinds of numbers at that age.
And there's the strike. Duran aboard here at first with nobody out. Got him. And one away. Now it's Alex Bregman. That one's in there. That's strike one. Man at first, one away. In the dirt.
No balls, 2 strikes.
And now a man into scoring position.
Well, that's part of the risk when you throw a breaking ball in the dirt. Even as good as catchers are these days at blocking pitches, that one just got away enough, and that takes the double play opportunity away for now.
That misses the zone. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Stays alive.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Good job to fight that one off. Runner at second here, one gone. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Most guys are very aggressive when they see the stakes out there on the base paths and can't understand why he wasn't ready to swing the bat. You've got to be ready to swing the bat in a situation like that with the go-ahead run in scoring position.
So up next, Wilyer Abreu. And that is downstairs. Ball 1. Man at second.
Ball.
And a liner out into right center for a base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score. It's an RBI single, and it's 1-0.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. And, man, I'll tell you, a line drive like that into the gap just feels so good. It's feedback that you have everything on time and in control from start to finish with your swing.
Here's Trevor Story. And first offering is fouled off. Red Sox already leading. That one is blasted left field towards the monster, and it's off the green monster. Coming home. Now a relay to the plate, and he's out.
Got him.
Cut down, and that ends the inning.
Always exciting to see a play at the plate. Trying to score with 2 outs, but the tag just gets him in time, and they cut down the run to end the inning. Back
here at Fenway, now it's the DH, Alejandro Kirk. Dobbins, 25 years old, and he was drafted in the 8th round in 2021. Dobbins back to work. And that one is inside ball 1. Time to check on our umpires. Earl Hendricks calling balls and strikes.
Yeah, well-liked umpire, Boog. Pretty consistent with his zone, so if you're familiar with him and how he works, you won't get too surprised by anything. Sometimes he'll give a little bit off the corner, but nothing too crazy at all.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Hit in the air out to center field. Rafaela makes the catch, and there's one gone.
96, third baseman, Ernie Clement.
Ernie Clement next up for the Blue Jays. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does. That clips the zone. It's 0-1.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
Fouled off. He was late. What about him playing another position on defense, one that would require a little more range?
Absolutely. And I think if push came to shove where they had to make a move during a game, it'd surprise a lot of people. You might even be able to put him in center field.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That one
That's
missed.
the ball. 2-2.
Up the middle. Story gets it to first.
That's it out.
He's out.
Batting 7th, left fielder, Davis.
And now for the Jays, Davis Schneider. Looking for his first big league hit right here. Late on that fastball.
In the on-deck circle, you really want to use that opportunity to see some pitches and time up the fastball. Last thing you want to do is miss a good hittable fastball early in the count.
And now 1 and 2. 2 out, space is empty. That one down the line, and it goes just foul. 2 down, nobody on. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Swings and misses at the breaking ball in the dirt. Narvaez down to first. That completes the strikeout, and that'll do it. We played an inning and a half. It's 1-0. Back here at Fenway, and now the rookie second baseman, number 28.
Second baseman, number 28.
And takes low for ball 1.
1-0.
Just off the inside edge. Next offering is in for a strike. Just
No, that
missed.
missed. That's the ball. 3-1.
That's in there. 3-2 now.
Got a full count.
This ball's chopped on the ground. Bichette tosses to first. That's one out the bottom of the second.
Back to 7. Third baseman, Romy Gonzalez.
So stepping in for Boston, Romy Gonzalez. That one
That's
off
the
the
ball.
mark. Ball 1. And that's downstairs and outside. And that one is downstairs. And now 3-0. One out, base is empty. Top of the zone for a called strike. And he walked him.
Batting 8, catcher.
One down. And now it's the catcher for the Red Sox, Carlos Narvaez. Swing and a miss at a slider.
0-1.
Swings through that one.
Two pretty nasty sliders to get this hitter in an 0-2 count. If you're up there at the plate, you got to look up in the zone and spit on anything that's down.
The other way, base hit. Throw into third. And the throw's offline, safe at third.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
Runners at the corners here, one away. Rafaela will hit next. And a foul ball. Late that time, it's strike 2.
Big pitch right here. He's going to try to make a pitch. It's going to produce a strikeout or a ground ball double play.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. 2 on, 1 out. Gets a piece and stays alive. Next offering misses down and away. Hit on the ground to the right side. And that one handled over to first. There for the out. Runner scores from third. So the Red Sox lineup turns over. Now batting Jarren Duran. A walk and a run scored his first time. Gets the outside corner with that one.
Well, I know they've gotten out to an early lead, but you don't want to take these opportunities for granted. With 2 outs, still lock in with a quality at bat, drive in that run. You may not have another runner in scoring position the rest of this ball game.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Narvaez at second with 2 down. Fights it off. He'll see another. The 0-2. Lifted in the air down the left side, and that will drop foul. Got it. Inning over, and it could have been worse. A run, a hit, and a man left. We played 2 full. It's the Red Sox 2 and the Jays nothing. And we're back here at Fenway Park on to the 3rd inning. And now the switch hitting catcher, Tyler Heineman. In for a strike. And it's 0-1.
First pitch strike right there for him. He's going to have to do that consistently if he's going to give any length to his skipper.
Just missed. That's too low. And it's 2-1. This one in the air, right field. Abreu hauls it in for the out. So up next for Toronto, Miles Straw. And a fastball in there for a strike at 91.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
In time to Devers. That's the 2nd out.
Now batting, shortstop, Bo Bichette.
Back to the top of the lineup. Bo Bichette up to the dish. Grounded out his first time up. Yeah, that's in for a strike. 0-1.
The guy's going this good. He's retired 7 in a row. You got to step out of the box, fake bunt, do something to break it up.
Headed towards the corner. And a foul ball. Next offering is in the dirt. He goes down looking. 1-2-3 go the Blue Jays. They're still down. It's 2-0. Back here in Boston, Rafael Devers up to hit.
First baseman, Rafael Devers.
off the mark
That's
there.
a ball.
1-0.
You know, these Red Sox doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
Still relatively early, but with the pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set them up to do more damage later in this game.
And that's in the dirt.
Count.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
I don't think he really wanted to pitch to him right there anyhow.
Designated hitter,
Man at first. And now it's Alex Bregman. And that one fouled off. Nobody out. Runner at first. There's a strike at the knees. And the count is 0-2.
Oh, and you can throw that big curve on the inside part of the plate. Very difficult pitch for the hitter to get on plane with. You can have a lot of success if you can pitch in that location.
And 1-2. Good eye in that spot.
Really nice slider right there. Sweeping across the dish, but just couldn't hang the edge.
Runner at first with no outs here. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. And he gets Bregman. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. And now the right fielder, Wilyer Abreu. Singled and drove in a run his first time through. He's a guy, Chris, whose highlights include some of the best throws from the outfield that you will ever see. Definitely one of the best arms in the sport. Check swing, and he went. Strike one.
Yeah, the infielders and the catcher can never give up on a play, because if this guy thinks he has a chance, he's going to throw it from the warning track if he has to.
Nope. Ball.
Devers leads off first with 1 away. On the ground, right side, but it kicks foul. Squirts away a little bit. And that one hammered. That's back. And it hits off the monster. And into second with 1 away. That's a double. Devers headed home. The relay, and he's out easily.
Well, this just can't happen right there. You can't try to score from first base with less than 2 outs unless you can pretty much walk across the ditch. And to get thrown out like that really throws water on the fire of a rally in this inning.
Trevor Story comes up to the plate. Doubled his first time up. The shortstop takes the ball.
1 ball, no strikes.
Fastball in the inside corner for a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Man on second, 2 down.
2.
In the dirt.
1 and 2's the count.
The 1-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the last half of the third. Slides, but he can't come up with it. Doesn't stop. Heads for home. And he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning.
Well, it's pretty difficult to throw a base runner out at the plate with 2 outs on a base hit to the outfield, but an excellent job of coming up with it, getting rid of it quickly, and throwing on the money. That is great technique from start to finish. Nice job to end the inning.
Back now at Fenway as we go to the top of the 4th. And here is Vladimir Guerrero Jr. in there for a strike at the top of the zone. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
He was all over that one. Smashed that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
And next for Toronto, Anthony Santander. Flied to right his first time. And that misses. And that's ball 1.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
Red Sox by 2. And that drops in for a strike.
1-2.
The 1-2. Ground ball left side, could be 2. Story to second, on to first, double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
And now the Toronto cleanup hitter, Andres Jimenez. Just missed.
1-0.
Two balls, no strikes, the count.
Well, he looks more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
Red Sox leading it by 2.
Yeehaw!
Backdoored him with a breaking ball, just got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that.
That one drifts inside.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
And that's ball 4.
Take your
Tried another slider, but it missed the plate.
Well, that's a really good take right there, and that's just mentally prepared, knowing that if it's not on a tee, you're going to take that pitch because you still have one more strike to work with. Not easy to lay off, but he did an excellent job in that plate appearance.
Kirk in the box now. No balls and a strike.
It's just been an impressive outing so far. Continues to pound the zone pitch after pitch, and he's been able to stay down. That's what's been key.
Pickoff throw. Jimenez back on a dive.
One and one.
A little bit low, and it's 2-1. The Red Sox up by 2. Top half of inning number 4. That one lifted to left. Duran squeezes it, and that's the 3rd out. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. And midway in the 4th, it's the Red Sox 2 and the Jays nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, number 28. And the first offering is not close. Movement in the Blue Jays bullpen. Easton Lucas, the young lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. Rodriguez, the right-hander, also getting loose. Off the mark there, 2-1. What about the fans at Fenway? Would they let you have it from time to time?
They're definitely intelligent baseball fans, which is awesome. They're not waiting for something to happen. They can smell a big inning or anticipate a situation setting itself up.
And that one misses up and in. And it's 3-2.
One thing I found that was very cool was making a great play to end the inning and running off the field and getting a standing ovation, even at times when you're not a player on their team. As long as you're not winning, they will celebrate and applaud a great play on the field. These fans here, they love and respect baseball.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Popped up. Guerrero. He makes the grab, and there's one down.
Man, he just couldn't lay off right there. Those high fastballs, they just look really good because they're eye level, but they're just about impossible to get the barrel to.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Bowden Francis, out of the game, just never found his groove, wasn't able to settle in. New arm coming on, back in a moment. Out of the bullpen for the Jays, number 85.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Digging in, Romy Gonzalez. He walked and came around to score his first time up. Slapped hard the other way, but foul.
So, Boog, you went to college in this town. What was it like for you being a college student and having the opportunity to bounce over here to Fenway Park and see some games?
Yeah, in fact, 1990, a couple of college classmates and I, we were in college. We bought standing room tickets, and then the next night got a chance to see the Red Sox clinch the East against the White Sox in that sliding catch in the corner by Tom Verdansky. The Red Sox would end up losing to the Oakland A's in the playoffs, but that's one of the things that I'll think about in terms of memories from going to college and going to Fenway. One down, base is empty. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Strong pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
Now batting, catcher,
Carlos Narvaez up next for the Red Sox. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
1-0.
2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. And that's
Ball,
off
that's it.
the inside edge. And that's ball 2. In the air, right side of the infield. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Red Sox go down quietly. They're up 2-0. Back here at Fenway Park, new inning getting started. And now for the Jays, Ernie Clement. Clement, in his third season, 28 years old. And he was drafted in the 4th round back in 2017. Ground ball, left side, and foul ball.
Well, these Jays need to bring up the quality of their at-bats and specifically their swings. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball with some authority, but it's just not happening for them so far. 0 extra base hits in the game, so it's been tough for them to get anything going.
Duran makes the catch, and there's one down.
Sometimes you have to keep chipping away until you break through, but it's a lot easier to put runs on the board when you have guys in scoring position because they put themselves there. And there's one thing on his mind this at bat, getting that first hit at the big league level.
Right through there for a strike.
Well, I think the key, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
That misses the zone at 1-1. And that one missing low. On the ground to third, Gonzalez. And now 2 gone.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Tyler Heineman digs in now. He's 0 for 1.
He's controlling things out there on the mound, not messing around at all. He's been in attack mode since the very start.
Swing and a miss. That's strike 1.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
That one misses. 1-1. That's through there for a strike.
Well, this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
Inside, ball.
The Jays trailing by 2, and we're at the top of the 5th. And there's a ball.
Got a full count.
Got him looking. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. It's the Red Sox 2 and the Jays nothing. Back in Boston, bottom of the inning, and stepping in for Boston, Cedar Rafaela. Inside, just missed. Next offering is fouled back. The 1-1 is fouled off. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. And it bangs off the monster. And that's a leadoff double.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. He tried to jam him inside with the cutter, and he got it in there, but I have a feeling he was sitting on that pitch, that location, because he was all over it.
And stepping in is the speedy Jarren Duran. He is struck out, and he is walked. Trying to bunt his way on. Fires over to Guerrero. And the bunt attempt doesn't work out.
playing a little small ball right there. Now they've got a runner on third with less than 2 outs. A lot of different ways to get him home. Nicely done right there.
Now it's Devers at the plate. Devers, the baby-faced assassin.
Fly ball to the outfield for a sac fly. Soft ground ball to the right side. Find a hole. He can attack this a few ways, but the one thing he can't do is strike out.
First pitch misses. One away with a runner at third. Last half of inning number 5. That's ripped. Base hit. Runner in from third to extend their lead. It's an RBI single, and they're up by 3.
Everything came together for him. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Here's Alex Bregman. 0 for 2 in this one. And it's fouled away. Devers stands at first with 1 out. Ground ball right side, could be 2. He flips it to second in time. And it's a double play to end the inning. Top 6. Here's the center fielder, Miles Straw. Dobbins back to work. Fouled off down the right side. That's down and in. The 1-1 is fouled off.
Ball high.
And a curveball is just outside.
Expect for that guy to come right at you with a fastball, something in the zone, because he does not want to allow the leadoff walk.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Oh, nothing too fancy on the strikeout pitch right there. Just a low 90s fastball, and I'm not sure he was trying to challenge him, but that's pretty much what happened. Very hittable location, but he found a way to just get it by him.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Blue Jays lineup. Bo Bichette next up for the Blue Jays. Swing and a ball popped up under it. And he makes the catch. And there's 2 away.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in, but so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
2 outs, base is empty. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. He's 2 for 2. Way high.
Well, as good as things can be, it can be a tough day at the office, even for the skippers. Seeing the offense just sputter, not able to get anything going.
That one pushed foul. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. It's the Red Sox 3 and the Jays nothing. Back inside Fenway Park. And now Wilyer Abreu. in for a strike, 0-1.
You know, these Red Sox really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. They really made that opposing starter work in this one. Ran his pitch count up, and now they've got an opportunity to continue making things difficult on the bullpen.
Struck him out looking.
Now batting, shortstop.
Here's Trevor Story now.
And no, they haven't broken through in a big way in the runs column, but with the way they're grinding out at bats, it definitely feels like there's potential for more coming.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. Swing and a foul out of play. Base is empty, one away here in the bottom of the sixth. Lined, and that's a base hit.
Now batting, number 28.
Here's the second baseman. Right through there for a strike. Step off, throw to first.
No.
Story back in on a dive. And that one sliced foul. Story, the base runner at first with one out.
Let's go now. Base in here.
Got him swinging.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time, a little anxious.
Now the third baseman, Romy Gonzalez. Snap throw to first.
Safe.
Story
He's in
back
there.
in on a dive. First pitch just misses. And that is out of play. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
1 and 2's the count.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. One left for the Red Sox, but they lead at 3-0.
Now pitching.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Justin Wilson. He last pitched 2 days ago. And now for the Jays, Anthony Santander.
Anthony Santander.
Ball one
That's a
there.
ball.
And another
That's a ball
ball.
low.
And downstairs.
down. Ball.
So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it can be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at-bat turns out.
That's in for a strike. Fastball for a strike.
It's been tough for the offense so far, but you can't get frustrated. You got to find a way to shake it off, go up there and relax. That's the only way you're going to be able to put runs up on the board.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. That one ripped left field. And it's off the green monster. Around first and hustling for second. The throw in. Not in time. That's a leadoff double.
Man, that was a pretty good battle at the plate. And I'll tell you, it feels pretty good as a hitter when you grind out a hit like that. He absolutely ripped that ball out front and almost got it out of here, man. Just a really strong, balanced swing. And a fraction of an inch different on the bat. And it is probably out of here. Really important at bat coming up now.
So up next for Toronto, Andres Jimenez. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
If you're going to get something going, this is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's got to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just going to keep the line moving. Don't try to do too much.
Popped up. Gonzalez sizing this one up. And there's one away.
Well, that was a pitch you got to crush. Unbelievable that he missed it right there. And I'm telling you, he is going to be frustrated with himself until his next at bat.
And now to the plate, here's the Toronto DH, Alejandro Kirk.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion, and he's in full speed.
There's the strike. Activity in the bullpen. Sean Newcomb preparing to come on if needed. Bernardino also throwing. One out and a runner at second here in the top half of inning number 7. That misses, and that is ball 1.
1-1.
And that drops in for a strike. Misses. Now 2-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Up the middle. Awesome play there.
Those plays can be tricky. They're routine, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be smooth. He delivered a good play right there.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he'll make a move to dip into the Red Sox bullpen. Justin Wilson is done, and he leaves a runner at third. So we'll see how the next pitcher deals with that when we get back. And so the Red Sox go to the bullpen. Brennan Bernardino. This southpaw has been really good against left-handed hitters. Here's the third baseman, Ernie Clement.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
There's a strike. Runner at third, 2 away. On the ground, right side. Third out, and that ends the frame. One left for Toronto. They trail it here, 3-0. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Jacob Barnes.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Here's the catcher, Carlos Narvaez. 1 for 2. clips a corner. Movement in the bullpen. Yariel Rodriguez getting loose out there. And a ground ball to first, and that's just foul. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Makes a nice grab at a full sprint, and there's one down.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Rafaela stands in now and watches strike one.
There it was. Oh, here it is. Hit it. He gets a take, gets ahead in the count.
They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. Next offering is down low. Upstairs.
3-1.
Draws the walk
Take
there.
the base, ball 4.
Now batting.
Back to the top of the order. Here's the left fielder, Jarren Duran. Runner on the goal. Sliced hard, but fouled down the left side. That one pushed to the left and foul.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
Rafaela over at first with one away. Check on the runner, and he's back in safely.
That's a ball. That's
In
down.
the dirt, but kept close. Runner holds. Count goes to 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out at a slider, and there's two gone.
Just indecisive in that at bat. He couldn't commit to the slider. Tried to sit in between. Just not able to put the bat on the ball.
And here is Devers. Right through there for a strike.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
The next offering misses. And the count even 1-1. To the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. And the Red Sox leave one. But they're on top by a count of 3-0. Ready to begin the 8th. And now for the Jays, Davis Schneider.
Davis Schneider.
Just missed. Bernardino, a 6'4" lefty. He features a sinker, a curve, a cutter, and he works in a slider. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. One up, one down. Here's the Toronto catcher, Tyler Heineman.
Well, both sides equally as strong. So not a good time to try to turn him around with a relief pitcher and put him on the other side of the plate.
Swing and a ball popped up. and makes the grab. That's out number 2.
Now batting, center fielder,
2 down,
Miles
bases
Straw.
empty. And next for Toronto, Miles Straw. Just
No, that
missed.
missed. That's a ball. 1-0.
And that
That
one
missed.
a
That's a ball.
little below the knees. And that's ball 2. Lefty continues to work, but the closer getting loose in the bullpen. And that drops in for a strike. In the air, right field, Abreu. And that is that.
Now pitching for
New pitcher
Toronto.
now for the Jays, Yariel Rodriguez. This is his 5th appearance of the year. And now the DH, Alex Bregman. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out.
Alex Bregman.
Fastball for a strike. Started after it, appeal to first. And he won around. Ruled a swing. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Abreu in the box here lets that one go for a ball. Toronto's bullpen with some action. Easton Lucas appears to be getting loose. Sandlin warming up as well. 1 down, base is empty. And that's off the inside edge. And the count now 2-0. And that one fouled off. Late on that fastball. Base is empty, 1 away. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Pitch misses, and that's ball 3.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
And down on strikes he goes, coming out of the bullpen and throwing BBs.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Story in the box now as he leaves that one up high. The 1-0. The shortstop takes the ball. Two outs. And that is cut on and missed. 2-1 now.
2-1.
And fires in a fastball at 95. just misses with that one.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Swing and a ball lifted to center field. And that is that.
Now pitching.
Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Zach Kelly. A chance at his first save of the year. Bo Bichette getting ready to hit.
Shortstop, Bo Bichette.
Just
Outside.
missed.
That's the ball.
Next offering is fouled back. The 1-1. Just
Nope, ball.
missed. He swings and fouls one off. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Gets to it on to first. Gets him. One away on a drop third strike. So the bullpen doing a nice job backing up the effort from their starter.
Yeah, we've seen some pretty excellent pitching out of this staff so far. I mean, they've come in ready to do their job and get outs. They've been pretty tough to get to in this one.
Now here is Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Next offering is outside. That misses the zone. Ball 2.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And that one hammered out towards left field. That one back there, and it is gone way over the monster. He'll circle the bases, and they're on the scoreboard. It's 3-1.
That gives them hope they can pull off this comeback. They just need a few more swings like that, and they're back in business. He's so good at getting his arms extended, and that's exactly what he did right there. You don't typically want to pull a pitch in that part of the plate, but he doesn't allow his wrist to roll over, stays through the ball, gets the loft, and gets the home run.
Digging in is the switch hitting outfielder, Anthony Santander. First pitch, not close. One out, bases empty, and a run in here at the top of the ninth.
Ball.
In for a strike, and it's 2-1. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
2-2.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Blue Jays have just one out left here. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Andres Jimenez. And that's off the inside edge. And that's ball 1.
1-0.
And a swing and a bouncer, foul of first. side, gets out of the way.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Fouls one off. 2-2.
I want to start that load a little bit sooner because of the good velo.
The Blue Jays down to their final strike. That's a little bit low.
Pressure mountain right here with the tying run in the on-deck circle. He's got to find the strike zone.
And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
The ball for his first career save deserves to be on display at his house. I mean, it's kind of like when a restaurant frames its first dollar bill somewhere on a wall. You just can't forget your first save.
And your final 3-1 for Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show. I'm John Shambi saying so long